Acquired a controlling share in independent media, which publishes The Star, Cape Times and Business Report. A number of high-profile staff exits have followed. Surve has maintained that all restructuring efforts are aimed at launching Independent's print titles and other platforms towards a new growth path. Earlier, my colleague Mbongeni Mutwa spoke to Surve.
The next time we speak, I will predict that the real circulation of our titles will probably increase by at least between 5 and 10% per title. And I know people say, what, really? But I think, very much the similar strategies we have implemented at the rest of the Sekunjalo, and the changes that we have made and the good choices. The other thing that we've done at Independent, and we're making a big announcement tomorrow as well, is that we have attracted, despite what people think, we have attracted 20 people from our competitors and some from overseas that have joined the group. So the leadership team of the group has now got very senior and seasoned executives across the board. We've attracted a number of senior editors. We'll be making a number of those announcements, one tomorrow and one in 2 weeks' time. Not one appointment, but we're making an announcement of a number of appointments tomorrow. And, people were saying that when we acquired the group, people were going to leave and all this nonsense. In fact, the opposite has happened. Our competitors, Media24, have retrenched 486 people. And there's nothing said about it. Times Media have retrenched 100 people. We have, in fact, gained 20 more people since we took over the group. But if you read what our competitors write in their papers and online, you wouldn't believe that. The fact is that Independent's on a high growth pathway, and I think it's going to emerge as the most successful media house in the country in a very short space of time. We're very confident about it.
How do you feel personally about the attacks and criticisms that you have endured since you took over independent newspapers?
The tragedy of our competitors and the self-appointed, if you like, gatekeepers of media freedom in this country, is that they have themselves not transformed and understood what the country requires. They have misrepresented our point of view. There isn't a single editor in my group that has ever had a call from me about anything. If anything, my editors have been told, be objective, get all sides of the story, promote diversity, both in terms of your content, in terms of your newsroom, integrate into Africa. Let's build social cohesion as a company. Let's do things ethically the right way. There's a huge readership base out there which is black. Why are we not accessing that? Why aren't we accessing opinions of people? I think, I come from the left in this country historically, and the fact of the matter is the viciousness of the attacks against myself by these competitors over the last while represents a bankruptcy of thinking, of intellect, that they cannot come to terms with the fact that a major media group has been transformed and as ownership has in fact gone to a very progressive thinking black South African that comes from the ANC.
Does the perception that your takeover of independent newspapers equals a takeover of the independent newspapers by the ANC bother you at all?
I'm proud of the struggle. I'm proud of the ANC, but it does not mean that my editors have to have my views. In fact, contrary, they should not have any views for any political party. They should simply put across what is important and balanced for our country. And we will increase readership. And, look, we are here to stay. And we're a formidable competitor. And we have significant resources. And my editors, because I've given them so much freedom, they, in fact, are going to be the best ambassadors for this company. No matter what you say or how you say it, no matter how many online articles you write, no matter how many other editorials you write. In our group, they call me two things. I'm not sure it's an appropriate term. Either the Teflon doctor, because whatever the competitors say bounces off me, or the fearless leader, right? And I think that's important because you lead from the front when you need to.
Meanwhile, Sekunjalo Investment Limited announced that it had increased its annual profit to more than 100 million rand today. The listed entity includes diverse investments in technology, food and fishing, healthcare and telecommunications. Profits before tax rose by 84% for the first time, as Sekunjalo announcing a dividend to shareholders, 2 cents per share.